about this, honestly.
The trailer title, guys, The World Will Dance? Yeah, The World Will Dance. So
I'm really
that's the
excited about it.
anticipation for the show. If you want to do that, I mean, if you're not into fun and dancing, then I guess you're not going to enjoy the halftime show.
What is the option? They're doing an alternative thing?
There's going to be some alternative.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, whatever. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at 4.
Right now at 4, despite frigid temperatures, massive protests are expected across the area this weekend.
Governor Pritzker grants ex-offenders a clean slate with the stroke of a pen.
And a first look, the city of Gary pitches 3 sites for a new Bears stadium. The mayor joining us right here live. Good afternoon, I'm Tia Ewing.
And I'm Paris Schutz. Both Terrence and Sylvia have the night off.
We begin with some breaking news. A gun and bullets found inside Homewood Flossmoor High School. It had not been fired and was handed over to the police. One person was also taken into custody. A lockdown was issued and officers were on the campus during a staggered release at the end of the school day.
I'm really excited. As a lifelong Chicagoan, it's really great to see the Bears doing so well this season.
What do you say to the Bears players right now?
We're proud of you. We love you guys. Bear down. Make us proud.
I love that. The
Stay
Bears
warm.
will face, yeah, that's a good one, right? The Bears will face the Los Angeles Rams this Sunday in the NFL divisional round.
Yeah, a win will take the Bears to the NFC Championship game and hopefully beyond.
Yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. Let's just see it. Cassie Carlson joins us in the
jinx it.
studio. Cassie, what can we expect? You think that's jinxing?
I wanted Paris to say the word Super Bowl.
I like to declare it.
I'm not saying the words, okay?
Own it, Paris.
Hey, the Bears inside the locker room believe that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And if we've learned anything about this team, I would expect a close game. The Bears have 7 fourth-quarter comebacks, which is the most in a single season. So you know you can't count them out late in games. And Caleb Williams said he feels calm in those high-pressure moments. Now, this week, players said their 6 previous comeback wins built confidence for them to be calm in a win-or-go-home game against the Packers. Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle, who sits up in the press box during games, said he didn't know what kind of locker room he'd walk into at halftime and said he couldn't have been more pleased at how poised every guy was at half of that Green Bay game. But coming off an emotional win, Kevin Byard said, "No one cares what you did last week. You have to turn the page." And Ben Johnson credits the veterans for hammering that message home. No one knows more about the importance of turning the page more than Case Keenum. The Bears' third-string quarterback led the Vikings to a divisional win over the Saints in the Minneapolis Miracle back in 2018, then got blown out by the Eagles in the NFC Championship. This week, he shared his perspective with the offense being a valuable asset because of his experience.
That was really the thought process of bringing him in, is a guy with skins on the wall. He's played in big games himself at a high level. He's won big games. He's lost big games. His experience has been, it's something that all these young players can really lean into, particularly in weeks like this where you come off emotional win and yet you got to turn your sights onto the next page pretty quickly. And I think Case's message this week has been very profound for not just the offense, but the entire team.
Well, Fox Chicago is your destination for coverage of the Bears and Rams Sunday. It all gets underway with Bears Game Day Live at a special time of 12:30 with Lou Canellis, Anthony Herron, Tina Wynn, and myself as we have you covered for 90 minutes. Then after the game, head over to Fox Chicago for full reaction and analysis, including media availabilities from Ben Johnson and the players. And on the injury report, DJ Moore is cleared after being limited in practice yesterday. Rome Odunze listed as questionable, although he said he will be playing on Sunday. And coming up at 5, we have the best quotes from Ben Johnson and the players this week as they prepare for the Rams, and we'll bring you a special 1-hour NFC divisional preview of the Bears and Rams at 6 and 9:30 right here on Fox Chicago.
I love it. Look at the weather. Bear down weather. You can't get no better than this. This is our weather. Home field advantage wherever we go.
Well, he's got a positive outlook on this. This weekend has the potential to freeze in a new record. Temperatures could drop to single digits for the Bears-Rams divisional round game at Soldier Field. The coldest Bears game at the stadium on record dates back to December 2008 when the Bears beat the Green Bay Packers. Temp, -2. Wind chill, -13.
Well, the coldest playoff game in NFL history would be the Cowboys-Packers game at Lambeau Field back on December 31st. That was in 1967. It's dubbed the Ice Bowl. The temperature -13 degrees. with wind chill of -48. I cannot even imagine that.
No. So what can fans expect this weekend? Meteorologist Mark Strell has our first check of the forecast. Mark, it's going to be cold, but not record-setting cold,
yeah,
is it?
You're exactly right. I mean, we're going to see wind chills that are down in the teens below zero coming up over the weekend. But during game time, I think we're going to be around 0 to just below 0 wind chill-wise, and those temperatures are going to be mostly into the teens. Temps right now, we are doing the warmest temps you're going to see in the next 5 days. Mid and upper 30s right now. After tonight, those temps come tumbling down, along with a couple of snow showers around as well. This is the latest look at your satellite and radar together. And with those temperatures above the freezing point, you can see a little green dancing around the southern part of the screen there. We'll see these occasional snow showers pop through again this evening, again tomorrow night, and even into Sunday. So occasional snow showers. We could see some minor accumulations, but not huge impacts, and we're not looking for huge, snow stacking up on the pavement anyway. But we could see some slick spots coming up over the weekend. The most important question of the day: what's the forecast for the Bears game? We show temperatures in the teens with wind chills at or below 0 game time.
Well, this is also an important question. Will the Bears stay here in Chicago? Will they go to Arlington Heights, or will they end up in Indiana? That's a big question. The city of Gary, Indiana, is now furthering efforts to bring the Chicago Bears to the Hoosier State.
Yeah, today the city released renderings, identified 3 sites where the Bears could build a new stadium. And joining us now is Mayor of Gary, Eddie Melton. Mayor Melton, thank you so much for joining us again. All right, so tell us about the 3 locations in Gary that you've identified here. There's the Gary West End Entertainment District, Buffington Harbor, and of course, Miller Beach.
Yes, absolutely. Again, thank you so much for having me and allowing me the chance to just speak about the opportunities. So first off, we have our West End site, which is adjacent to our Hard Rock Casino, right off of 8094, easy access, very familiar with the Chicagoland area, 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. It's not going to get any easier than that, where you don't have to take a toll road or anything of that nature. Just building out the entertainment district is something that's already taken place. We know, and I was in Indianapolis for the last 2 days, working with the governor's office, talking to state legislators, ensuring that they put together a package that's going to continue to incentivize and look at what it's going to take to bring the Bears in. Our second option is right by the Gary-Chicago International Airport, and I say that intentionally. Yes, the city of Gary shares an airport with the city of Chicago, just a few minutes from downtown Chicago, and we have several locations within that footprint that will be prime for this development, right along the lakefront, right along Lake Michigan, which will give us the same lakefront appeal where Soldier Field is located. And the third one is located close to the Miller Beach area, right off of the exit of I-65, leaving, coming off into Gary, Indiana, near our national park area, again, buffering along Lake Michigan. So again, these are 3 magnificent locations. Knowing that there's a potential for them to come to Indiana, this is a great, sound business decision that will help any business that's looking to relocate to Gary or looking to relocate to Northwest Indiana, to make the organization strong financially, to make future investments for the organizations for decades and generations to come.
You know, Mayor Melton, I interviewed you late last year. At that time, I know you didn't want to disclose the locations that you were kind of identifying here. Have you spoken with upper management with the Bears, and why the decision, I guess, to release these renderings right now?
Well, I think it's important that the fans know how viable these options or locations are. And I want to make sure, of course, I've had conversations with Mr. Warren. We've talked a couple of times about the potential of this opportunity and looking forward to furthering that conversation. When I watched the reports of what's taking place in the state of Illinois, as a former state senator here in Indiana, I know that Indiana has the business climate. We have the policies that's going to make any business successful. To be so close to Chicago with the South Shore double track that literally passengers can get on a train from downtown Millennial Park right to downtown Gary or other parts of Northwest Indiana in a matter of minutes. This is something that is still the Chicagoland area. It just makes a very good business sense, and it's still going to be the Chicago Bears. I've been a Bears fan my entire life. lived in this area my entire life, and that's not going to change.
Yeah, I would imagine that that train line, the South Shore line, is really important here to get people to and from the city without having to drive. Talk about the infrastructure investments that you would need in Gary to make this viable.
Well, depending on which location, and our #1 site that we're pushing for is the one in the entertainment district next and near to the Hard Rock Casino. We're already now working with the state of Indiana to build a brand new $140 million convention center. We're also building a brand new hotel under the leadership of Hard Rock. And we have private development that's taking place with 2 new hotels and additional 2 new restaurants. So we have the footprint, we have the infrastructure when it comes down to the foundational principles of building out these scale of projects. And we just want to show that because of the tax climate, because of the ability of the state willing, and you heard our governor the other night at the State of the State address, willing and committed to making sure this happened, this is going to be beneficial for not just Northwest Indiana, but the Chicagoland area.
You know, Mayor, critics have said, you know, it's a long shot for Gary to get the Bears. Let's say the Bears do decide to stay in Chicago or maybe even choose to go to Arlington Heights. Have you had conversations to bring other major league sports teams here, considering that these 3 options are so viable? Yeah, I think the state of Indiana is poised for that. State Representative Earl Harris had legislation that passed last year that created an authority that allows Northwest Indiana to go out and actively recruit teams and other sports teams, not just football. So the state is not playing. Gary is very serious about this. We're locked in. We're willing to figure out what is the best mechanism, working with our city council to make sure that any business is looking to relocate. And we have multiple that have come. Nippon Steel just invested $3 billion in U.S. Steel, 1,000 new jobs. FedEx just broke ground on a new facility, 600 new jobs, $60 million investment. Indiana Sugars is expanding within the Buffington Harbor area. So we're seeing billions of dollars of investment right now. This is not a pipe dream. This is serious. Indiana is positioned strongly for any type of business that's looking to relocate, and Gary is the best location for that and for the Chicago Bears. We know Indiana, the crossroads of the country, right, Mayor Melton? Well, thank you so much for giving your pitch with us today. Thank you so much. You got it. Well, you heard that. The city of Gary has got its pitch all ready to go, but still to come, we're going to hear from Arlington Heights. The mayor there says Illinois cannot fumble this deal. More on the fight to keep the Bears ahead at 4:30. All right, well, a letter filled with racism. The recipient, a 16-year-old high school student. Up next, hear why he's frustrated with his Northwest Indiana high school. Employment, housing, a second chance. The new law that is giving millions of Illinois residents a clean slate. And no kings. A massive protests are being planned across Chicago and the nation. We have your preview coming your way right after this break.
Fox 32 News is brought to you by your local Ford dealers.
It's the dream we all share, to be anything and go anywhere. So if you need room for your family, your gear, side hustle, or anything else, get the SUV designed for your dream. The Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Right now, lease a 2026 Explorer for $389 per month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Hi, Mom.
I've got an invisible junk pile.
How do you know?
When my friends saw it, I could see it.
Other people can always see them.
Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point, Mom.
It's gone.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
It's Ashley's 4-day sale. From Friday to Monday, get 25% off your first item, plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down when you shop in store. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
Renovation, meet innovation. With the Bath Fitter PermaFit solution, we measure with laser precision so your tub fits perfectly, with watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. Smart, cost-effective, and guaranteed for life. Bath Fitter.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason.
At Ashley's 4-day sale, Friday through Monday, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down. Plus, you can shop trending hot buys starting at just $2.99. Happening Friday through Monday, only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
Hi, Mom.
I've got an invisible junk pile.
How do you know?
When my friends saw it, I could see it.
Other people can always see them.
Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point, Mom.
It's gone.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Welcome back. More than 24 congressional Democrats traveled to Minneapolis today. It was for a field hearing on the Trump administration's use of ICE agents in the city, calling it a, quote, deadly assault on Minnesota.
Meanwhile, violent confrontations between protesters and the feds continue to escalate ever since an ICE officer shot and killed Renee Good there last week.
Yeah, Chelsea Torres is live in Minneapolis. Chelsea, Democrats are pushing back right now, but no sign that the Trump administration is going to slow these ICE operations down, is there?
Yeah, no, not at this moment. Tia Paris, we had local and state officials talking to Democrat lawmakers today at this hearing, saying that the Trump administration is engaged in a retribution campaign to the people of Minneapolis. And those 28 Democrat lawmakers are also saying that they are going to do everything they can to make sure the Trump administration is held accountable.
This is not routine enforcement. This is not about public safety. This is not even about immigration. This is about political retribution. The president said it himself this week. It is increasingly clear that the entire purpose of these actions is to provoke chaos and fear in order to justify invoking the Insurrection Act and expand the president's ability to rain terror upon American cities who do not vote for him.
Protests are continuing near the federal building here in Minneapolis, and people yelling and taunting at federal agents. Even late last night, Fox saw protesters kicking and bashing a federal vehicle with an agent sitting in the front seat drawing his pistol as the federal car drove off. DHS says they arrested 12 people last night who are accused of assaulting law enforcement. And FBI Director Kash Patel also said agents arrested a known Latin Kings gang member with a criminal history, and he's now charged with breaking into an FBI vehicle and stealing a rifle. Meanwhile, President Trump, who's threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act to restore order in Minneapolis, continues to point blame at local leaders, posting on social media saying, in Minnesota, the troublemakers, agitators, and insurrectionists are, in many cases, highly paid professionals. The governor and mayor don't know what to do. They have totally lost control and are currently being rendered useless. If and when I am forced to act, it will be solved quickly and effectively. And Tia in Paris, even earlier today, outside of the White House, President Trump mentioned when he was asked about the Insurrection Act, he said he would only use it if he needs to, but he does not feel that he would need it right now. And as the temperature drops here in the next few days in Minneapolis, protesters are definitely warming up because they're out there right now in front of the federal building, and they plan to protest through the weekend. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Chelsea. Same story here. Protesters are supposed to step off this weekend. Thousands are expected to gather in Broadview to protest immigration enforcement's demonstrations are planned outside of the ICE facility there.
Leslie Marino joins us live there with what we can expect and a warning from Broadview police.
Hey guys, good evening. Yeah, that No Kings protest is scheduled for tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Village here expecting thousands of people, as you mentioned, anywhere between 2,000 and 5,000. That demonstration will take place right here behind me outside the ICE facility here in Broadview. The mayor of the Village here says they are coordinating with state, county, and municipal public safety agencies to make sure everyone is safe. That protest comes as President Donald Trump has increased federal immigration enforcement across the country. Tensions are already high following a deadly shooting involving an ICE agent in Minneapolis. On Thursday, Trump also threatened, as you just heard moments ago, to invoke the Insurrection Act there as well. Tonight, Broadview police say certain items will be banned. Items like weapons, rigid sign poles, protective gear, large bags, throwable items, and anyone who doesn't comply will be asked to leave. The organizer of the protest says holding the demonstrations here in Broadview is intentional.
And Broadview is a place of meaning in this movement. It is a place of intolerance. It is a place of cruelty. It's a processing station, so it's the first place that migrants are taken to, and not just migrants, by the way, American citizens. So Broadview will, unfortunately, is a stain on our society and an important symbol for people. And so we're bringing the protest to Broadview because we're bringing the Latino community primarily to answer for it, to stand up for itself and for each other.
The village also warning residents about street closures and delays for this weekend as well. People can expect to see closures starting as early as Saturday morning. We have a full list of those road closures on fox32chicago.com. For now, reporting live here in Broadview, Les Moreno, Fox Chicago.
All right, Leslie, thanks very much. Well, protesters, Bears fans, anyone who's going to be outside this weekend, Mark's Trail, they're going to want to bundle up.
Yeah, you can see a little sunshine over your shoulder. That's kind of nice. Not going to see a whole lot of that. We'll see more snow showers and some gusty winds. That's exactly what we have right now. Winds gusty at times up to 21 miles per hour at O'Hare. And you can see it's a little bit blustery and will remain so over the course of the next couple of days. We'll see gusts up to around 20 and 25 miles per hour coming up over the next couple of days right through the weekend as those temperatures start to push downward. Even today, our wind chills into the 20s, but those wind chills are going to drop off into the teens, into the single digits, and go below zero for a good portion of the weekend. Now, a look at your satellite and radar shows a couple of different impulses coming down from the north and from the northwest. 2 Alberta clippers sliding through Chicago with occasional snow showers. Again, these are not big storms coming our direction, but they're enough to give us snow showers from time to time, especially during the afternoon hours for the next couple of days, Saturday and Sunday. We could have some minor accumulations. There could be some brief slick patches on the road, so be careful of that. And with some blowing and drifting, that could also limit visibility, especially in some of the outlying areas. But one thing of note is each one of these systems that pushes down from the north and from the northwest has incrementally colder air behind it. And that's why we fall into the teens and 20s for a good portion of the weekend. And by Monday, it is downright cold. We'll talk about some of the overnight lows and the daytime highs on Monday coming up.
So, Paris, that means you need to bundle up for the game.
Snow pants, Tia. As long as my legs are warm, the rest of my body's okay.
Wearing pants, that's always a good idea.
That is always
Wearing any pants is always a good idea.
Well, that forecast means fans, including Paris, headed to Soldier Field this weekend will need to bundle on up.
Yeah, Doctor shares his 3-layer system to keep you warm. Okay, I'll pay attention.
Yes, pay attention. The 2026 WNBA All-Star Game is headed to the Windy City. We have a preview of what you can expect this summer.
And electricity costs are rising in Chicago and nationwide. President Trump makes a political power play on data centers.
Start your weekend with a slam on Fox College Hoops Friday. Big-time rivalries.
These two teams, they don't like each other.
Every Friday.
Big time.
All season long.
To the bucket.
Oh! Baylor, Kansas on Fox College Hoops Friday.
No one fights harder for us than Raja Krishnamurthy. He's taken on drug companies, big tech, and price gouging corporations driving up costs. And he's won.
Illinois Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy
is leading the fight.
Addressing rising prescription costs.
Calling out the Trump administration for its crackdown on immigrants.
We have to continue to shine a light on what's happening.
Too many politicians talk about solving problems. Raja's actually doing it because underdogs just fight harder.
I'm Raja Krishnamurthy running for Senate, and I approve this message.
All stock ceiling fans are on sale, plus a $10 rebate at Menards. Upgrade your home with a quick install ceiling fan. They're loaded with features designed to save you time during installation. This quick install Dublin ceiling fan is $69.99 after rebate. We carry the largest selection of in-stock Hunter ceiling fans. This large room Allendale ceiling fan is available in 3 finishes, now $119.99 after rebate. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag.
Save big money at Menards.
Walner Law helped me get the compensation that I deserve.
Walner Law helped me get back on my feet.
Thanks to Walner Law, I'm at a better place today.
Walner Law cares for you. We're compassionate. We're empathetic to your situation. And I promise you, I will get you more money than any other law firm in the city of Chicago. That is my promise to you. Hire us. Win with us. be successful with us. Call us at Wallner Law, 312-8-million.
It's Bears.
Oh, what a day!
It's game day.
Touchdown Bears! They're ready!
Bears Game Day Live, Sunday at 12:30 on Fox Chicago.
People in Illinois, they're soon going to have a chance to clear their criminal records thanks to a new bill signed into law today.
That's right. Saquon joins us in studio to break all of this down. Hey, Say.
Hey, Tia Paris, good evening. The Clean Slate Act is pretty much exactly as it sounds, offering about 2 million people in Illinois a chance at a clean slate. Now, this bill will require law enforcement agencies and clerks to automatically hide eligible criminal records from the public by the year 2029. Now, this only applies to people with nonviolent convictions as well as dismissed or reversed charges and arrests. So any convictions for more serious crimes like sexual violence, DUI, or any that might qualify for sex offender registration will not be eligible for automatic sealing. Governor Pritzker signed this into law today, and he highlighted the opportunities this bill could open up to get people back on their feet.
There is no reasonable public safety justification for making it hard for returning citizens to get a job or housing or an education. It's a policy guided by punishment rather than rehabilitation.
It is worth noting here that law enforcement agencies and other relevant agencies will still be able to see those sealed records, but anyone doing any sort of public and private background checks will not. As we heard from Governor Pritzker, this makes it a lot easier for people with those nonviolent convictions to find a job, education, or housing. This law officially goes into effect in June of this year. Back to you.
All right, Say, thanks very much. And a 16-year-old track star in Chesterton, Indiana, opens up today in an emotional sit-down about the racism he's faced at his high school.
The sophomore says he's exhausted and finally shared his frustrations online. Hear his full story coming your way next.
Knowing you're in the right place. Having access to advanced treatments and the most experienced cancer experts. When you're facing cancer, it's not just one thing that makes the difference. It's everything. The big, the small, the unexpected that helps you keep moving forward. Advocate Healthcare. Cancer care that makes the difference.
I've never backed down from a fight.
In the state Senate, she's won the toughest fights against big insurance and the most powerful interests to lower costs.
I've taken on corporate polluters, banned assault weapons, and guaranteed abortion rights.
Laura Fine, rated Illinois' most effective senator.
Trump is wreaking havoc, so I champion the law to unmask ICE and hold them accountable.
Laura Fine for Congress.
I'm Laura Fine, and I approve this message.
The fighter we need.
Watch this. New hair in just 7 days. These guys are looking at their 7-day hair growth with advanced hair. It's a simple 1-day hair loss treatment. Whether you need a few hundred or a few thousand, every hair is guaranteed for life. It's amazing. Whether it's a bald spot or a hairline, you decide where and how much. The results are immediate and guaranteed for life.
Oh, wow, it's real. It looks really good. I love it.
Between the best-in-class scientists and doctors, the incredibly friendly staff, and state-of-the-art facilities, Advanced Hair is a vibe.
I went in, got the procedure done, and the results were unreal. I'm stoked.
Pills or shampoo won't get you these results. Advanced Hair guarantees new hair growing in just 7 days and for the rest of your life. Go to advancedhair.com right now for your free consultation. advancedhair.com.
A year's supply of $1,200 leather Barca loungers, all sold this one weekend for $495. Their $2,500 triple power with surround sound or top grain reclining leathers. Even their all-time best-selling Transformers, all $795. 100% Italian leather, handmade for $9,000. Or ultra-luxe feather seating with built-in surround sound. $4,000 sleep sectionals, Rocky Mountain leather and croc, under $2. Better Homes and Gardens sofas and recliners. One weekend only. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
Fox 32 News is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
All right, I know all you Bears fans are counting down the minutes and hours till this weekend's NFC divisional playoff game with the Rams, but the contest off the field is just as heated.
Yes, it is. Indiana lawmakers made their move in the quest to build a new stadium across state lines.
Yeah, they came out with their proposal last night, and today, Arlington Heights officials are a bit on the defensive.
Arlington Heights Mayor James Tenalia and a coalition of political and labor leaders beg Governor Pritzker and Springfield lawmakers to get a deal done or risk losing the Bears to Indiana.
We can't fumble this opportunity.
The mayor says he and the city of Arlington Heights are on board with allowing the Bears to negotiate property tax rates with the village. That's something the state would need to approve. He said the Bears face yearly property tax bills in the hundreds of millions of dollars without it.
These are numbers that are not marketable. They could never finance a project like that. And then if anything were to happen, they could never sell it. There's no buyer for that. So the number has to be tolerable. Just like you would not design your own home or your own office building knowing that your tax bill is going to be out of control, you'll back off and either cancel the project or redesign something smaller. They don't have a choice to redesign something smaller, but they could leave the state.
Last night, Indiana Republican Governor Mike Braun and state Senate leaders unveiled their proposal to lure the Bears across state lines. The Bears call it a, quote, significant development. The plan involves creating a new Northwest Indiana Stadium Commission. That public body would own, pay for, and assume the risk of building a stadium, with the Bears keeping most of the revenue. The team, in turn, would pay rent and own the stadium when all the debt is paid off. And they would owe zero taxes. Contrast that with their plans in Arlington Heights. The Bears pay billions in construction costs, the Bears own the stadium, and the Bears pay property taxes. Pritzker and Chicago-based lawmakers have rejected the Bears' plans, likening it to a tax break, but they're now feeling the heat. The governor says he thinks the home state still has the advantage.
Now, I believe it's best for the Bears to stay in the state of Illinois. I've always said that. I do not think the fans want the Chicago Bears to be based anywhere else except in the state of Illinois.
Tenalia says the state is set to lose out on thousands of jobs and billions in revenue if lawmakers drop the ball. He says the team is offering taxpayers a fair deal.
The Chicago Bears are not asking for taxpayer money to build their stadium in Arlington Heights. It's a big, important piece of this puzzle.
All right, so we're going to have more on these two deals that are in our 5 o'clock hour, but that's the future, Tia.
Yes,
at present, we got to worry about the weather and bundling up and just surviving in this extreme winter situation.
We're used to it. The LA Rams are the ones who need to be worried.
Right.
Hopefully they practiced in air conditioning. I don't know.
Well, it is January. It is Chicago, and this is what we expect to see. So temperatures in the teens and 20s coming up for much of the weekend, and we'll have these scattered snow showers on and off really for the next 48 hours. And even into Monday, we could see some more scattered snow showers. The coldest day will be on Monday. Right now, we're pretty mild. We're in the middle and upper 30s across Chicago, although it may not feel that way due to the wind gust. Those temperatures are going to be slinking downwards into the teens as we go towards sunrise tomorrow morning, courtesy of the jet stream that is pulling this cold air right out of Canada, wrapping it around the Midwest and taking it all the way down as far south as Nashville, across Tennessee, and across parts of the Mid-South. It's here for about the next 3 or 4 days. After that, we get back to normal, at least for a while.
All right, well, if you're headed out this weekend, you will want to prepare like a bear.
Yeah, that means hydrate. Drink plenty of water ahead of the game to avoid the cold weather dehydration. Bears will also have warm drinks and warming centers throughout Soldier Field. I think they had like a Malort hot chocolate at one of these games.
Are you serious?
I wonder if that counts as one of the warm drinks.
That'll warm you up.
That will warm you up. And if you have a battery-operated heating blanket or hoodie or gloves, bring them with you. I've got the hand warmers to put in my gloves. And health experts also say dress warm using a 3-layer system.
We want you to have a base layer that will be wicking to keep the sweat away from you. Secondly, we want you to have a middle layer that is like wool-based or something that is warm but not tight. We don't want anything constricting. The last layer needs to be wind-based or windproof or also waterproof. Those 3 things, those 3 layers are going to help keep you warm. And then make sure you're covering all of your fingers, your toes, your nose, All of those things need to be covered as much as possible.
Ears, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I think I'll have like 5 layers. Who are we kidding? OEMC will monitor events throughout the city and will coordinate resources as needed. If weather conditions warrant, OEMC will notify the public of any advisories, watches, or warnings. What if they just did that to scare the Rams? They put like an advisory or warning out there.
That may work, you know, mentally. Who knows how that'll pan out. Well, keep your eyes open. The Bears will embrace these frosty conditions with another ice sculpture this weekend. The theme, Bear Down. Yesterday, the Iceman was on display at the Merchandise Mart, paying tribute to quarterback Caleb Williams. This next sculpture will be displayed on game day right outside the Soldier Field Ticketmaster Plaza. The team says these ice sculptures symbolize the city's winter conditions and highlight the advantage of hosting postseason football right here at home.
All right, let's think warmer thoughts right now. The WNBA All-Star Game returning to Chicago this July for the second time ever.
Yeah, Inside Sports. Organizers gathered today to celebrate the city being picked as the host. WNBA leaders shared why Chicago was chosen to host this weekend, or I should say that weekend that is going to happen. They believe Chicago will help make the event memorable for thousands of WNBA fans. Governor J.B. Pritzker says he feels there's a special reason the city was picked as the host.
We have historic, globally recognized and championship-winning franchises like the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago Sky. Our fans, though, are second to none. And just go to any high school gym or to a park court throughout the city, you'll see a passion for the game that you can't find anywhere else in this country.
You heard it there. Passion for the game. It's happening July 25th right here in Chicago. Tickets for the All-Star Weekend events go on sale later this year.
You get to see Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, all those great players in a blue and orange. Add in some red and white. Bears fans aren't the only ones flooding downtown this weekend. The annual Cubs convention is underway. It's being held at the Sheraton Grand Chicago through Sunday. A weekend pass for season ticket holders costs $100, while non-season ticket holders pay $125. For kids ages 3 to 10, it's $80. And for kids 2 and under, it's free.
Well, Bally's is pushing back the opening of its new $1.7 billion casino right here in Chicago. And you may be asking, well, what's the problem here? Its license to operate at Medina Temple expires in September. The Chicago Tribune reports State Representative Cam Buckner introduced a bill Thursday that will give Bally's a 12-month extension while it finishes construction. And that means the River West location won't be ready until 2027. It was supposed to open late this year. Well, tuition for students at University of Illinois is about to get even more expensive. The system's Board of Trustees just approved a tuition increase at all 3 of its campuses. Incoming in-state students will see a 2% increase in the fall. Costs will also go up for out-of-state and international students, but they will remain the same for all current in-state students. Students will also see an increase in fees that cover things like health, transportation, and also facility maintenance.
The Citizens Utility Board is sounding the alarm on data centers and their growing demand on the electrical grid. They say Illinois consumers should expect higher electric bills as a result, as much as $70 in the next 3 years. Now, this was the focus of a White House meeting earlier today. The Trump administration sat down with a bipartisan group of governors. That's Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams. I don't think he was at that meeting, but he was talking about something else, a big game. Anyway, back to that White House meeting on data centers. So the administration, they met with a group of governors looking for ways to ease energy price hikes caused by AI data centers. Now, electricity prices were up almost 7% in December, more than twice the overall rate of inflation. Earlier this week, the president wrote on social media, quote, "Data centers are key to the boom and keeping Americans free and secure, but the big technology companies who build them must pay their own way."
Plenty of money to throw at this, and I think they're all worried about each other's business, probably more than the economy as a whole.
The facilities are large. Sometimes they consume a lot of electricity and water. Our existing land use regulations don't account for many of these impacts.
Now, some tech giants have already been trying to come up with solutions. Microsoft, for instance, has said it will cover the cost of updating and adding necessary electricity to the grid in areas where it is building. Choppy trading ending in a down week for stocks as uncertainty over the next Fed chair weighs on markets and as investors weighed the latest financial results from regional banks. Stock markets are closed Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday.
Well, still to come, a letter filled with racism. The recipient, a 16-year-old high school student. And up next, hear why he's frustrated with his Northwest Indiana high school.
Also, one of the FBI's most wanted criminals is caught after more than a year on the run.
And a charity bet, the pledge one Chicago alderman is making on this weekend's big playoff game.
It's Ashley's 4-day sale from Friday to Monday. Get 25% off your first item, plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down when you shop in store. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
The Menards Bag Sale is here. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. How much will you save? Finish up your projects or even get date night started. You're not going to want to miss this. Hurry in while there's still time to see how much you can fit in the bag. Don't miss this chance to save big at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag.
Save big money at Menards.
How easy is it to get health insurance? Watch this. Get Covered Illinois, the state's new health insurance marketplace, certifies hundreds of insurance brokers. I found one, met with her, and she does everything else. So I'm having a donut. I got a recommendation right away, and it's all free. Well, except for the donut. That was brilliant.
I was driving to an appointment, and suddenly there was a car that jumped the median and landed right in front of me. I had bruising on my heart and some internal bleeding. I was in the hospital for 5 days. Walner Law sent someone to the house, and it was such a relief because I knew I had to do something. They kept me informed. They were professional. It felt like family. Walner Law helped me get back on my feet.
We are Chicago's personal injury law firm. Call us at 312-8-million, and we will get you the money that you deserve for your injuries.
At Ashley's 4-day sale, Friday through Monday. Pay no interest for 5 years with no money down. Plus, you can shop trending hot buys starting at just $2.99. Happening Friday through Monday. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
Stream Fox 32 News on your smart TV. Fox 32 on Fox Local.
Welcome back. 40 years, that's how long it's been since the Chicago Bears played the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, it was only one of 2 playoff matchups between the two teams. The other was in 1950. So let's take you back. The date was December 17th, 1950. The location, the Coliseum in Los Angeles. More than 83,000 fans in the stands. The final score, 24-14. In favor of the Rams.
Yeah, but fast forward to January 12th of 1986. We are now at Soldier Field. The crowd a little bit smaller this time, just over 65,000 fans. The temperature, a balmy 36 degrees at kickoff. Snow was falling in the final minutes of the game. Can't you see it? Like confetti. Yeah. The Bears won 24-0. And of course, any fan knows they went on to win their first and only Super Bowl, capping one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. The 40th anniversary. Could this be the year? That is the question. I know you don't want to jinx things, Paris, but I think this is the year. I really do.
Tia, whatever happens, it's icing on the cake. It's been a good year already, and I'm just trying to look at the bright side of things, no matter what.
I like when you say that.
I'm just too nervous.
Positive.
I'm too nervous. I have to psych myself down.
You're kind of a glass half full kind of guy.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. No one expected this year coming, so.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. We got next year. We got years after. I mean, I don't want to go into
We're winning.
Next year.
Could you stop this?
All right.
We're winning this year.
You can tell I've lived in Chicago. I've been a Chicago sports fan for a little.
Pessimistic there.
Yeah.
You know what? It's part of the therapy. Let them get it out. You know, it's all something we need to exercise some of those playoff demons of the past.
Shake it off, Pierce.
Well, we've got some cold weather coming up over the weekend, no doubt about that. It is not bad right now. We have temperatures in the mid and upper 30s across Chicago, but those temperatures are going to crash down as we go through the overnight hours. This is how we look as we draw closer to sunrise. Tomorrow morning, we'll have temperatures in the mid-teens. It'll feel colder than that, thanks, of course, to the winds, which will keep those wind chills pretty close to the single digits and even into the negative digits for a good portion of the weekend. Well, today we had a high temperature of 24 degrees. That needs to be updated because now we're actually up into the mid and upper 30s, but that will be updated shortly for you. Roof cam right now, 36 degrees, cloudy skies, winds out of the west-southwest at 10, and our wind chills right now at 29 degrees. So wind chills not too vicious, but just wait over the next 72 hours or so. With the warmer temperatures, some of the blue has turned into wet weather, into some very light rainfall across parts of the area. Some of that having a hard time reaching the ground. Temps right now, 37 degrees. Southwest side, Midway, it's 38 degrees at Joliet, 37 degrees at LaSalle, Peru, and 34 degrees right now in DeKalb. So the warmer temperatures are definitely to the south of Interstate 88. Couple of different systems coming at us over the weekend. Two different Alberta clippers bringing us these kind of ragged little areas of some snow showers from time to time over the next couple of days. We'll see those off and on as we go through Saturday and into Sunday and even into early Monday, especially Sunday night. We still have a chance of a couple of isolated snow showers, but watch what happens as we go past the weekend and into Monday. Another shot of that colder air coming in, so temperatures dipping down close to zero Sunday night into Monday morning, with those daytime highs most of the day in the single digits on Monday. So this is Futurecast. You can see almost like little octopus's legs, tentacles, kind of spinning around that low pressure area with additional little shots of cold air coming in from the next system. And you can see from time to time these little waves of snow showers kind of pouncing on us as we go through the weekend. And by Monday, yeah, colder air drawing back in to Chicago, and especially colder air. Tonight we're down to 15 degrees, west winds 10 to 15, gusting at times up to 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, let's go 19. That's well below average. Cloudy skies and those winds will put a little harshness on the day. Slightly warmer, 21 degrees on Sunday for the Bears game. We're looking at temperatures mostly starting out in the teens and falling into the mid-teens during the game time, and we're looking at wind chills at 0 or below 0 for much of the game. 10 on Monday. We come back a little bit on Tuesday, come back pretty nicely on Wednesday, and stay relatively mild as we round out the rest of the week. We've got more coming up in just a moment. Stick around.
From his church in Atlanta to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream has echoed around our country and the world. And every year we honor what he stood for. I'm Deidre Dukes. Join us for the 2026 Martin Luther King Jr. commemorative service.
Monday at 11 on Fox Chicago Plus.
Hi, Mom.
I've got an invisible junk pile.
How do you know?
When my friends saw it, I could see it.
Other people can always see them.
Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point, Mom.
It's gone.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Hey, you wanted me to look at your furnace.
Thanks, Dad, but I called ABC Heating.
Oh, good, so it's done.
Consider it done with ABC. Our job is to make sure your job is done now and done right. Trust ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, and consider it done.
We're Express Property Solutions, and for over 15 years, we've been your local family-owned cash home buyer.
We buy houses as is and in any condition.
So if you're ready to fetch a good deal,
call 312-766-SOLD.
Hi, Mom.
I've got an invisible junk pile.
How do you know?
When my friends saw it, I could see it.
Other people can always see them.
Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point, Mom.
It's gone.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
The groundbreaking survival competition is back.
Oh, my God!
Extracted premieres January 26th on Fox.
Welcome back. A teen has been arrested in New York. This is after a deadly shooting outside of a Cicero school. 17-year-old Johan Ardveri Sanchez was killed January 8th. He was a student at Morton East High School. Police say the suspect is also 17, but they are not a Morton East student. The teen is awaiting extradition back here to the state of Illinois, where formal charges will eventually be filed. The FBI Chicago Most Wanted list is getting a little shorter.
Early this morning, FBI agents in Riverdale police arrested Antonio Stigler. Stigler was wanted for first-degree murder following the shooting death of a pregnant woman. It happened in the back of the yard's home. In a backyard of a home in Riverdale in October 2024. Now, investigators say neither Stigler nor the victim lived where the shooting occurred, and few details are available as to how or why the shooting happened there. Well, the FBI says solving the case wouldn't have been possible without some help from the public or the media as well.
Following the interview that the FBI did on this channel a few weeks ago, we received a significant amount of support from our local community. The tips and leads that we received were integral in us arresting this individual today.
Stigler is the second fugitive to be captured on the FBI Chicago Most Wanted list, and you can watch our previous reporting on his case right now on our website and Fox Local. A 16-year-old student in Chesterton, Indiana, says he is exhausted by more than schoolwork.
Julian Blevins, a record-holding track athlete and Special Olympics volunteer, says he's facing racism at Chesterton High School, where he is one of very few black students. Days ago, he expressed his frustration online, and the post quickly went viral.
Hey, pretty good, and you?
It's a common response when someone asks, "How are you?" But for Julian Blevins,
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
the 16-year-old Chesterton High School sophomore says the weight has become overwhelming.
I'm ready to give up on this entire thing. Giving up on something I love, so track.
Push, you! Keep pushing!
Pushing is something the track star knows how to do. It's what the sophomore has been forced to do again and again.
Maybe if I go to a Gary school, more my diverse school, or people of my color, that I wouldn't have to deal with this as much.
But this challenge has become too much to bear. Just days before winter break, Julian received a handwritten letter written by another student at his school.
It went something along the lines of, black people don't deserve anything, any present. They're always jumping and stealing gifts. And it talks about how I'm broke.
The letter was the last straw for Julian and his mother, Natalie Cole. It read, in part, "You're a broke expletive, chicken-eating, Kool-Aid drinking boy." Instead of a Christmas card before break, this is what he got, and it didn't stop there.
They know where I live, and put my address down there and my Snapchat username.
Cole said this wasn't the first time she warned the school about racism in a predominantly white environment. This is a letter that she had sent in the past. After this current incident, when she felt she wasn't getting real answers, she took her complaint even higher.
So who did you go to?
I went to the Office of Civil Rights. You can go on the website, and then you file it with the Education Department.
Somebody wrote me a racist letter in your class, whether you knew about it or not.
Julian says after he made a post about the letter that went viral and spoke about it with classmates, his teacher overheard the conversation and took him to the office. According to his suspension notice, Julian was labeled disrespectful. He was suspended for 4 days. The school's principal, Brent Martinson, released a statement. The statement reads in part, "CHS administrators began an investigation that included interviews with several students and staff members. Recorded video footage was reviewed and physical evidence was analyzed. CHS school resource officers were consulted throughout for support. As a result of the investigation, appropriate disciplinary consequences were assigned. Any future allegations will be investigated and addressed in alignment with school rules." But Julian says even after the letter, after the suspension, the racism hasn't stopped.
We had a little bathroom break, and there was a freshman in there. The freshman referred to me as an N-word. He was like, "What's up, my N-word?" And that shocked me.
I want them to bring in, I don't know if it'll be a cultural awareness person.
Julian is already in the books. The record books.
I broke a record my first year at Chesterton, beat the 100-meter record and got 11.3.
But Julian hopes the next chapter at his school doesn't look like the past, where history repeats itself.
There's no reason I should be having to come to school every day and deal with some type of racism.
Well, the family hopes their concerns will be addressed. They are scheduled to meet with the school district sometime next week. Stay with us. We have much more right here on Fox 32 right after this break.
The Chicago Wolves take on the Rockford Ice Hogs Saturday at 7 on Fox Chicago Plus.
Right now at Menards, get big buys with bigger savings. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way. This bright white 6-panel door is $119.99 after rebate. Finish your kitchen with a new Moen sink. Moen sets the standard for beauty and reliability. This Luxe Chef Workstation Sink Kit is $349.99 after rebate. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag.
Save big money at Menards.
In a second, everything changed. Michael was hit head on and was minutes from bleeding out. In our worst moment, the insurance company tried to cancel our policy, leaving us drowning in medical bills. They picked a fight with the wrong woman. I ran for office and passed dozens of laws to stop health insurance ripoffs. I'm Laura Fine. I approve this message. In Congress, I'll never back down.
Boom! Out of nowhere, I was hurt in a car accident. Boom! Just like that, we can help you get your life back on track. $700,000 for my case. Boom, baby! We're the Law Brothers!
We turn tired, worn-out fences into beautiful new ones built to last. And with our no-dig system, we can even install your fence in the winter. Call the number or visit our website for your new fence today.
Watch this. New hair in just 7 days. These guys are looking at their 7-day hair growth with Advanced Hair. It's a simple 1-day hair loss treatment. Whether you need a few hundred or a few thousand, every hair is guaranteed for life. It's amazing. Whether it's a bald spot or a hairline, you decide where and how much. The results are immediate and guaranteed for life.
Oh, wow, it's real. It looks really good. I love it.
Between the best-in-class scientists and doctors, the incredibly friendly staff, and state-of-the-art facilities, Advanced Hair is a vibe.
I went in, got the procedure done, and the results were unreal. I'm stoked.
Pills or shampoo won't get you these results. Advanced Hair guarantees new hair growing in just 7 days and for the rest of your life. Go to advancedhair.com right now for your free consultation. Advancedhair.com.
If you can't take the heat, do not apply to this job. That is because of Takis. They are putting $30,000 on the table for their first ever Chief Intensity Officer. Have you ever had Takis?
I have not, Tia.
I'll
go try it after the newscast
They are
tonight.
something, okay? To enter, fans must submit a 1-minute video proving they can handle the heat after a public vote and one winner will take home the cash and also the title. The other 3 finalists will snag $1,000 each. Submissions close January 26th at TakisCIO.com.
Chief Intensity Officer.
Chief Intensity Officer.
I know a lot of intense folks around here that might be good for that.
Would you be CIO around here?
No. I'm happy in the news business, but I mean, we're an intense group of people. So.
Yes, we are. Very true. And you may need that cash if you want to watch the college football national championship between Indiana and Miami.
Wow, so like 2 days of huge games.
Yes.
We're tracking ticket prices for Monday's game, and hold on to your wallets. According to SeatGeek, the lowest single ticket price is over $3,200. Seats in the lower bowl range from $4,500 to $15,000. The most expensive ticket on SeatGeek is in the mezzanine suite. The cost? $207,000. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
So this game is Monday, January 19th at Hard Rock Stadium. I know that Anthony Ponce and Casey Cronus would love to go.
Yeah, all right, good for them. Well, coming Sunday, Silence of Rams. Check it out. This is the latest marquee sign at the Winner's Circle, a reference to the Oscar-winning film, The Silence of the Lambs.
Their sign game is always on point.
It really
Winner's
is.
Circle. That's really funny. All right, so Tia, are you going to watch this game?
I'm going to watch it at home.
You're just going to watch in the comfort of your home?
Where it's warm.
You're going to be climate-controlled environment. I'm going to be out there
Bundled up.
hoping that I can still feel my extremities and stuff.
You will. You'll be able to feel your extremities. That is for sure. At least that is our hope for you, Paris.
I am looking. I was there last weekend, and you didn't even remember it was cold because there was so much going on the field. So.
Well, if you haven't snagged tickets to Soldier Field, Jake Hamilton has a great watch party that you can go check out. Take a look.
That's right, guys. If you are starting to panic because you don't know where you're going to watch the Bears game on Sunday, guess what? We're out here at Recess in the West Loop, and they got you covered. Not just food, not just drinks, not just the vibe. More importantly, they got room for you. Jesse Filkins, a beverage director. Jesse, first and foremost, before we talk about any of this, it's important to emphasize you guys have room for people on Sunday, which not a lot of places around the city of Chicago can say.
100%. So we have tables that have filled up with reservations, but we have so much room. We're activating our City Hall side, so it's a first come, first serve basis. Come in there, watch the game. Food's going to be amazing. Drinks are going to be amazing. The vibe is going to be so high.
And you know what's funny is that there's not a bad area, whether you're in this room or you're City Hall next door, because they are connected. There's not a bad place. 16 televisions in this room alone. In City Hall next door, we were in there in the 7 o'clock hour, 2 different 14-foot screens. So no matter where you're at, you can see the game.
Not a bad seat in the house, whether you're in this room or the other room. From last Saturday, there was a big vibe, big pops, huge. Everybody's cheering on the Bears. Everybody's eating the great food, and everybody's having some drinks.
Now, in addition to just showing the game and having the food and having the drinks, you guys have some cool things going on this Sunday that make it a little bit more special. This is not just a normal Sunday. It's not just a normal Bears game. So you've got some things going on that kind of match the heightened importance of this day.
100%. Divisional round playoff game, Bears versus Rams. We're going to have food specials. We have some recess tailgate specials, pizza and some other items. We have some bucket specials. We're also going to be having some giveaways, right? So we have some jerseys to give away. We have the little spinny wheel. That's always fun to do, just even if you're not even playing. But we do have some fun stuff to give away with that.
So is it just kind of like a show up and, every 20, 30 minutes you guys will kind of be announcing something fun, something cool, just kind of show up, post up, and kind of find out what's happening?
Of course. We also, if you get one of the tailgate specials, automatically entered in to win a jersey, and then we'll have some spins for guests that are at the table, and it's going to be so much fun. Also a DJ playing music in between the commercial breaks, so there's no dull in excitement.
Food, drinks, vibes, more importantly, space. They got it all out here. Recess, West Loop, the perfect place for your Bears watch party. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
There you go, another watch option. Drive safely, everybody, and thanks for watching the news at 4.
Here's what we have coming up at 5. Our Bears coverage continues with kickoff just 2 days away, and everyone is feeling the hype.
Yes, we are. And the future of the Bears also in the spotlight tonight with both Indiana and Illinois lawmakers making their pitch to be the team's new home.
Yes, and Governor Pritzker signing a new law today giving millions of people right here in Illinois a clean slate. Thank you so much for joining us at 5. I'm Tia Ewing.
And I'm Paris Schutz. Terrence has the night off. First tonight, we are a little under 48 hours away from the Bears' first divisional round playoff game in more than a decade.
A win will take the Bears to the NFC Championship game and hopefully the Super Bowl. Tina Wynn is here with more on that. Tina, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, mid-January here in Chicago, and we are still playing football here.
Yes.
The Bears Bears wrapped up their final practice before the divisional playoffs earlier today, and this will be their biggest challenge yet as Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, and the Rams roll into Soldier Field, getting set to brave this wintry weather. It is supposed to be in the 20s on Sunday, but it's going to feel like single-digit temps with winds around 20 to 25 miles per hour. They call that bear weather up here, and the Bears have experienced plenty of comeback magic this season. How about Caleb Williams has repeatedly delivered in critical moments, saw the 27-yard completion on 4th and 8 to Romo Dunze. He's led the Bears in multiple comebacks, calm under pressure, always rising to the occasion and impressing his first-year head coach in Ben Johnson.
I appreciate his approach when he comes in the building. He's all about football. He loves this game. He desperately wants to be good. He wants to be great. He wants to be one of the best to ever play. I love how he's wired as a person, as a competitor. I think he's going to continue to get better in this league. He's a big reason why we're where we are today. Being able to make all these plays that he has over the course of the season, and I think he's going to be leading this franchise for a long time.
All right, Fox Chicago is your destination for coverage of the Bears and Rams game on Sunday. It all gets underway with Bears game day